Hello everyone, my name is Johanna Ogom. In this presentation, I will discuss a case study by Dana Ward about male clients of sex workers in southern India. The program title is Key Components in Planning, Implementing and Monitoring a Behavior Change Communication Campaign that Increased Condom Use Among Male Clients of Sex Workers in southern India. In the following slides, I will discuss about health disparity and health inequity, how they are varied, how they are related, or how they are similar. In this slide, I will discuss about HIV/AIDS prevalence by region. There is a significant HIV/AIDS prevalence in the southern region as compared to the northern region of India. Southern region has prevalence rates between 1% to exceeding 3%. The northern region had HIV prevalence rates below 1%. Most of the hotspot regions are in the south. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh as an example. In the year 2007 alone, the average HIV prevalence of the antenatal clinic in Andhra Pradesh was 1%, while STD clinic HIV prevalence was at a high of 17.20%. This is the second highest countrywide HIV prevalence among special populations in the year 2007. Conversely, in an area like West Bengal in the eastern region, HIV prevalence rates in antenatal clinics is almost negligible, about 1%. With over 91 million inhabitants, it's India's fourth most populous state, yet there is no alarming incidence rates. In this slide, I will discuss about health education. Effective knowledge about HIV and HIV protection is hindered by prevailing cultural norms, beliefs, and stigma, as shown in the case study. The society looks down upon people who buy condoms or persons who sell them. A client in the case study reported that if he eats a healthy diet, he cannot get HIV. This is not true because HIV cannot be transmitted by food. HIV can only be transmitted through contact with blood, infected blood, sexual intercourse with an infected person. HIV cannot be controlled or regulated by nutrition. So therefore, this cycle of ignorance, fear, stigma, discrimination leads to a culture of silence about HIV and AIDS. In this slide, I will discuss about health disparity or health inequity, how they are related, are they mutually exclusive? The Health People 2020 report by the Department of Health and Human Services defines health disparity as a chain of events signified by differences in environment or health status. Such a difference should be evaluated in terms of both disparity or inequities, since what is unequal is not necessarily unequitable. According to the broad concept of health equity developed by Margaret Whitehead and adopted by WHO, differences in health can be considered either fair or unjust. For example, determinants of health disparities like health damaging behavior is freely chosen. Participating in unprotected commercial sex isn't considered unfair, unjust, or avoidable. It's a person's choice. Conversely, health damaging behaviors in which the degree of choice of lifestyle is severely restricted is considered unfair or avoidable. Married couples in the program case study solicited money for sex. Poverty or lack of income can be controlled or regulated. In this slide, I will discuss about social economic strata as a key health disparity. The case study focused primarily on clients in socioeconomic classes C, D, and E. The classes C, D, and E are considered the least socioeconomic classes in India. They have the least access to quality healthcare in India, hence they are the most susceptible to infectious diseases like HIV and STDs. In this slide, I will discuss about target audience as a key health disparity. In the program case study, male clientele of sex workers were mostly analyzed, studied, since previous studies overemphasized on commercial sex workers. Men were recognized as an essential group because they can bridge between high-risk groups with the general populations. For example, some of the men are either married or unmarried. And married men can be able to transmit HIV/AIDS from hotspot regions into their families and therefore to the general populations. Male clientele of sex workers constituted a huge population of people, about 5.5 million. In this slide, I will discuss about vulnerable populations as a key health disparity. As shown in the case study, female commercial sex workers were a critical vulnerable population. Men often control decision-making process regarding condom use in encounters with women. Hence, these women have the highest exposure risk to HIV/AIDS and other STDs. Access to condoms is a key health disparity in the program case study. Prior to the case study, if any, there persisted little to no knowledge about HIV protection by condom. The program case study reported rampant unprotected sexual encounters even outside marriage. Reference groups is a key health disparity in this program case study. Population at risk were female sex workers and their male clients, men having sex with men, and drug users who use injection. This population at risk were the most exposed to HIV, therefore they recorded a very high HIV/AIDS prevalence rates. These are my references. Health Disparity Report by Oliver Carter at the National Institute of Health. Healthy People 2020 Report by the Department of Health and Human Services, Understanding and Improving Health. Health Equity Report by Virginia Department of Health. Is inequality making us sick? What is health inequity? In the latter report, health disparity is being observed in terms of race. In Virginia, for example, what is the HIV mortality rates by race, for example, Latino population, Black population, and white population? Thanks so much for listening.